Good evening to all. Today we are starting our session with Vande Mataram and regular session starting Prarthana. Now Vande Mataram by Venkat Narayan sir. Mahodaya, Venkat Narayan Mahodaya.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Suphalam, Malayaj Sheetalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Vande Mataram. Dhanyavad Mahodaya. Now Prarthana by Manisha madam. Manisha Mahodaya. Start the Prarthana.
Sarvebhyah namaskaraha. 1 minute meditation, then 3 times Om chanting. Om. 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 Gananam tva ganapatigum havamahe kavim kavinam upamasravastamam ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. ओम प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्र्यवतु. ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः. गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे. न गुरो परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरो मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो. ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Harihi Om. Dhanyavad.
Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavad Mahoday. Now I am requesting Dr. CSR Prabhu sir to continue the yesterday's part in our IKS FDP program.
ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्भो सोऽहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि. Well, friends, today we will be covering the core contents of the IKS. What does IKS comprise? We've been talking about the background and the history and the origin and the evolution of Indian knowledge systems. But today we will be getting into the details of the contents. Focus me on the image completely. So the bedrock of IKS is 14 Vidyasthanas, some people say 18, the knowledge systems, and 64 Kalas. So we now proceed to describe the core principles of each of those and their organic connection with the central philosophy of IKS. Leela garu, can you focus me completely so that I get full screen? So what is the objective of the philosophy of IKS? What is the objective of the entire Indian knowledge system? Can anybody tell? That is Ananda, joy. Jnanananda, Ananda that comes out of knowledge. And that joy is of two kinds. There is one type of joy which will come out of contact with the objects outside yourself. And another type of joy which comes by withdrawing outside but focusing on yourself. That is Atmananda, Vishayanandam and Atmananda. So normally we are in the extrovertial world, but we are never going inside ourselves. Bahirmukhatva, but we need Antarmukhatva. So the Ananda which comes out of Antarmukhatva is Atmananda. The Ananda which comes out of Bahirmukhatva is Vishayananda, sensory objects. So the sciences that pursue this happiness, either external or internal, are called Paravidya and Aparavidya. External is Paravidya and internal is Aparavidya. So the 14 Vidyasthanas and the 64 Kalas, arts, are Aparavidya. They are outside. And Paravidya is going into yourself. That is Yoga and Vedanta. The Paravidya alone gives you peace of mind, world peace and liberation, freedom. And Aparavidya, in which the world is very adept, Dunyadari in Hindi, Laukyam. So that will give you material prosperity only. But material prosperity does not guarantee happiness. Nishresa is highest good, which is moksha or internal happiness. Yato abhyudaya nishresa siddhi sadharma. Sanatana dharma is that which gives both abhyudaya and nishresa. That is, the benefits or the results of aparavidya, external, and also the benefits and results of internal. Yato abhyudaya nishresa siddhi sadharma. This is what Kannada has defined in the Vaiseshika Sutras as what is dharma. And the extrovertial knowledge will result in enjoyment of bhoga. And the introvertial knowledge, or paravidya, results in yoga. So yoga is yogas chittavrit nirodha tada drashtu swarupe avasthan. Vritti sarupe mitra. So when you are identifying with chittavrittis, the external world, you are identifying with those objects. If you identify with ice cream, you get a pleasure out of ice cream. If you identify with laddu, you'll get pleasure out of laddu. If you identify with children, you'll get pleasure out of children. But if you go into yourself, you are being in yourself. Atmastha yoga, being in yourself. You don't need all these things. You are just in yourself. And you are in Ananda. Anandoham, 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 Ananda. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. You don't need anything from outside. So this is the definition of Paravidya, Aparavidya, Atmananda and Vishayananda, and Abhyudaya and Nishraisa. I hope this is very clear to all of you. This is fundamental. Those who have any doubts can ask me later at the end by noting down doubt on this point. Then coming to the Purusharthas, we have the 4 lifetime activities: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Dharma we have already defined just now. Artha and Kama, we are experts in that. All through the day we are dealing with that every day in and day out, or sometimes 24 hours a day. And Kama is a desire. Why Artha is required? Artha is only a means. Means for what? For fulfilling Kamas. So to fulfill the desires, all kinds of things are done. Then after that, if you are satisfied, then you think of freedom, moksha. And the Vidyas are first defined in the Mundaka Upanishad and also in the Atharva Veda and in Smritis. The 4 Vedas, their branches, Upavedas, and their extensions, ancillary services, and also the Chaturdash, they are all called into Chaturdasha Vidyasthanas. So the 14 foundational disciplines are 4 Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda, 6 Vedangas, Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandas and Jyotish. 4 Upangas, Itihasa, Purana, Dharma Shastra, Nyaya, Mimamsa. And some people extend by adding 4 more Upavedas. Upavedas is Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharvaveda, Sthapatyaveda. So Ayurveda is medicine from Rigveda, it is Upaveda of Rigveda. And Dhanurveda is military science from, it's an Upaveda of Yajurveda. And Gandharvaveda is music coming out of Samveda. Statecraft Arthashastra is the Sthapatyaveda, also is the outcome of Atharvaveda. So other sources like Mahabharata and Kautilya's others give broader classifications like Anvikshaki, which is nothing but Nyaya, logic. Trayi, 3 Vedas, and grammar, mathematics, astronomy. Varta, economic, vocational skills. Dandaniti, statecraft, administration. It is all we study in administration, in IAS, IPS kind of factors. So practically everything is covered. And Kalas, they have 64, including Chauryam, theft. There are military arts, music and dance, painting, sculpture, design, jewelry, perfumes, fashion, cosmetic, in cooking, carpentry, metallurgy, games, mimicry, story. So all these are the Aparavidya, and Atma Vidya, the art of finding happiness within yourself, is the Paravidya. Now, for understanding Paravidya, you should understand who am I. So I'll give you a 5-minute detour into who am I, Atma Jnana, Atma Yoga I call it. So if you ask who am I, whatever answer you give, like if you say you are Sri so-and-so, my name, the name is not absolute because some other people also have same name. And you never had a name when you are born. My grandson who was born 3 days back, he got a birth certificate without name. So name cannot be you. Finally, you will say you are the body. So if you are the body, when you are born, you are only this much. My grandson just born 3 days, only this much. And body is changing. And you are not feeling you are changing. The feeling of I-ness continues to say. So you are not the body. then what are you? You are not the Aadhaar number, PAN number, all these things. So finally people say, I don't know who am I. But you exist for sure. Therefore you are Sat. And you are conscious. Therefore you are Chit. And you are Ananda in yourself. All babies or children, they are Ananda, happy in themselves. So Ananda is your true form. Satchidananda is your true form. So this is Paravidya, self-inquiry. You don't need any external agents to have. Now the journey of experience, speech and sacred sound. In Indian knowledge systems, we have words are not random labels. They are believed to emerge originally from deep inner experience, much like a flower naturally blossoms. The connection between Vak and its Ardha, Vagarthamiv Samsrupto, Vagartha Pratipatte, Jagatau Purusha Vande, Parvati Parameswaro. So please don't put messages. Let me concentrate on my lecture and all of you listen to lecture. Don't put any messages in between. Please. So Vag and Artha, every word has a meaning. Both are integrated. Vagartha viva samtrupto, Vagartha pratipatte. Jagat Pitaro Vande, Parvati Parameshwara. Parvati and Parameshwara, Prakriti Purusha, Lakshmi Narayana, they are intertwined, integrated. Speech begins in a state called Samadhi. So, a deeply peaceful, sweet and joyful inner experience, or Jnana. A state of bright, effulgent light that is yet to cool. From this state, the first sound that arises is Om, Pranava. Pranava Sarva Vedanam, Giramasmekam Aksharam. Om Namah Pranavardhaya, Satyajnanayikamurtaye, Nirmalaya Prashantaya. So the sound is considered the closest vibration to the feeling of Samadhi. This sound, not all sounds. Om contains all sounds within itself. A to Ma, all sounds. Omkara Panjara Sukhi. Saraswati is a parrot in a cage called Om. The mantras found in the Vedas are not invented or authored by people. They flowed spontaneously from the profound state of Samadhi, from the rishis. Since they were not consciously composed, they are called Apaurushaya, meaning not a human also. The rishis didn't create mantras, they discovered them and they delivered them. Vishayaha mantra drashta. So the Sanskrit language used in the Vedas is considered refined and naturally suited for expressing. The language used in the Vedas is more ancient and more advanced than the later Sanskrit, which we are using, Valmiki onwards. The word Sanskritam itself means is refined, purified, perfected. Therefore it's called Deva Bhasha, Girva Bhasha, Girvani. The Vedas are not just ancient texts, they are collections of sacred sounds and vibrations. It's not just the word's meaning, it is a vibration that matters. Om, when you chant, vibration please. Resonance comes. You can experience Ananda and enlightenment, Jnana. They reflect inner experience like that. State of deep joy. They're able to feel and express. Similarly, other Bijaksharas, Sri, Hri. So Indian thought proposes that some words are so naturally linked to the feelings of others. They describe that repeatedly bearing or saying can help some experience. Like some words are phonetic nature, like ka, 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 ka. A bird which shouts ka, 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 ka is called kak. An object which flows jala, 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 jala is called jala. This is one of the arguments. So there's a neurological experiment done by V.S. Ramchandran. You have two objects with you, a sharp needle and a round balloon. You must assign the names Boba and Kiki to these objects. What will be your nomenclature? So naturally, you will feel as if you should say Baba for balloon and Kiki for the needle. So the journey of word creation follows a specific path. Of course, in Sanskrit language, all words are created out of their roots of verbs. With dhatus, dhatu patha has five.
రోజు దేవాలయంలో ఇన్ని పూలు 2 రోజులు.
Please mute your mics. Mute all mics. A person becomes deeply immersed in an experience. A desire to express it forms a seed of the word in the mind. The word is spoken aloud. Another person hears the word and repeats it. Through repetition, the listener gradually begins to feel or understand. So the cycle of experience to word and back to experience is what is called language. Originator's experience resulting in the word and the receiver's audition resulting in experience. Pravachana. This deep process is explained by Vak, is so honored in India. Vak Devi Saraswati. Vaje Bhir Vaje Shanno Devi Saraswati Vaje Bhir Vaje Devi. Vak is considered feminine, God Vak Devi. And meaning is considered masculine. Okay, now coming to the 4 Vedas. The Rig Veda preserves pure mantras. The Yajurveda incorporates mantras into rituals, yajnas. And Samveda adds intonation, 7 swaras into music. And the Atharvaveda uses mantras for worldly applications. Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, the 2 dimensions of Vedic path. Ancient education understood life as a cycle of evolution and involution. Outer growth. So evolution is extroversion, involution is introversion. So the Jnana Kanda is introversion, that is Upanishadic wisdom which is derived out of Veda mantras. And the Karma Kanda is the rituals of yagas and yajnas given in the Yajurveda and Brahmana Kandas. So very important statement is Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha Jnane Parisam. All karma, it ends in Jnana. And Jnana is the source of all karma, both ways. The reflection of balance in life. Jnana and karma and jnana. So that is about the Vedas and Jnana Kanda and Karma Kanda. The Vedangas are the organs required to understand Veda. Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandajana. Siksha is Varnochara Siksha, pronunciation. Kalpa is the ritualistic fundamentals. Vyakarana is the basis of origin of words and sentences and compound words and so on. Chandas is the prosody. So we'll now go a little more deeper into each one of these. And of course, Nirukta is the etymology and thesaurus and dictionary. So in Siksha, deals with how sounds are formed and expressed, like the Varnocharana Siksha, Panini, Akuha Visarjaniya, Kantya, A, Kakha, Gagha, Ha, and Visarga coming out of throat. Ichuvashas, Talabya, E, Chacha, Jajaya, Sha are coming from Talu, which is just about teeth. Rudrasha, Murdhanya, but much more above is Murdha. R, Tatada, Dhana, Sha, Ra, they are coming from Murdha. Yedaito Kantatalavi, Odoto Kantoshu, Upuvadbhania, Oshtya from lips, U, Papa Baba Ma. Yedaito Kantatalavi, A and I is combination of Kanta and Tal. Odoto Kantoshu, Kanta and Oshtya. So the Varnacharana Siksha is given in detail. And then we have the Panini's famous Ashtajayi Vyakarana to give the origin of the words and the roots, the transformations of characters, strings in steps resulting in the final form of the word, Siddhi. And many commentaries are there. The famous of them is Patanjali, but he is not the same Patanjali of yoga. Could be a different person. Because yoga is much earlier. And the Shiva Sutras, the Damaru of Shiva, resulted in the production of sounds Ayun, Rulruk, Evong, Ayouch, Hayavaran, Lan, Yamananam, Javan, Gadadas, Javagadash, Kabachatato, Kapai, Sashasar, Hal. So these are all the sounds possible. So in Vyakarana, whenever you study, you will understand what is Ach, what is Hal, Hat Cha is Ach, Hat. So the expansions, the codifications, the various types of sutras, there are 4,000 sutras in Ashtaja. So coming to Chandas, the rhythm, the meter in which the mantras are sung, they are not prose. Only in the Yajurveda we have prose. And Upanishads also we have many prose. So we have a number of chandas like Gayatri Chandas, Anushtup Chandas. Like Valmiki spontaneously delivered the Manishada about that sloka. So why Chandas is used? Because it's easy to remember and sing. Just to prose is a little bit different. Remember. The meaning of the word, the thesaurus dictionary is given Nirukta. Yaska gave Nirukta. Please mute your mics. Hello, Leela Garu, can you mute all mics? So the Jyotisha, which we are going to study in detail next time, contains the functionalities of planets and stars, the sky. They studied the sky for a long time and they understood. It's actually the earth which is moving. It appears as if sky is. The planetary motions, how they influence behavior of people, luck, and physical phenomena. Kalpa is the rituals and geometry of action. In the Kalpa Sastra, Kalpa Sutras, we have the Grihya Sutras, and we also have the Sulva Sutras. Srauta Sutras, Grihya Sutras, Sulva Sutras, and Dharma Sutras. 4 types of sutras are. Srauta Sutras are meant for the Srauta rituals, Somayaga, Agnichena, and so on. And the Grihya Sutras are meant for domestic rituals. Sulva Sutras are meant for geometry of Vedi altar construction. And Dharma Sutras are ethical guidance. Kalpa shows all these actions. Then we have the philosophical systems, Upangas, of which the Astika and Nastika 2 categories. In the Astika, we have Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaiseshika. Nyaya is also called Anvikshaki, microscopic analysis. There is a difference between Nyaya and Mimamsa. The intellectual framework, the logical framework is built using Nyaya and Vikshaki for the ideas given in the Vedas and Upanishads. So the mysterious, philosophical, metaphysical ideas are brought into a coherent, logical frame. That's what Shankaracharya did. He proved Advaita as real, though it is intuitive. Then we have the Nastika Darshanas, Lokayata, Bauddha, Jaina, Sankhya, Nyaya, Mimamsa. Nyaya is also Nyaya Vaiseshika rather. It is not exactly Nastika, it is accepting Ishvara in a different way. Charvaka gave the Lokayata Darshana, which doesn't accept the afterlife. Drink, dance, enjoy, and die. And death is your moksha. And he accepts only Pratyaksha Pramana, perception. And Bauddha accept Pratyaksha and Anumana, inference, logical. Everything is impermanent. You know that. And momentary, temporary. Pal do pal ka dunya hai. And suffering is arising out of change. And Jaina Darshana challenges Bauddha idea of momentariness, believes truth is multifaceted, syadvada, and one can only say maybe something is true. Like many blind men measuring elephant. Of course, all of them accept ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. And among the Astika Darshanas, we have Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya is only a categorization into 24 tattvas, the last being Purusha, the 23 being Prakriti. Panchabhutas, Panchendriyas, Panchatanmatras, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. It teaches that the suffering comes from a wrongly identifying with the changing aspects of nature, Prakriti. Asangoyam Purusha, to realize yourself to be independent of Prakriti, is moksha. Nyaya Vaiseshika, both are logic-based systems focused on truth through reasoning. Nyaya examines how we know Pramanas, valid means of valid knowledge. Vaiseshika is giving the ontology, breaking down the objects of the universe into Dravya, Guna, Karma. Prithivya, Pastejo, Vajra, Kasha, Dukkha, Manatma, etc. And Mimamsa relies on the Vedic rituals to understand life. It teaches and perception and inference fail. One must rely on testimony. This is the Praman. Purvamimamsa is also another word that depends on the mantras and the rituals. Uttaramimamsa is Vedanta. It's centered on Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, and Bhagavad Gita. Out of which we got Advaita first and then Dvaita, Visishtadvaita later. Ramanuja, Visishtadvaita, Dvaita Madhya. Advaita was formalized by Shankaracharya, though it was there previously. So Itihasas, Puranas, and Kavyas. So in the ancient Bharata, education was not about mugging up facts like we do today. It was about shaping character and building perspective, guiding individuals towards Atmajnana. They have identified three styles of teaching: Prabhu Samhita, Mitra Samhita, and Kanta Samhita. Prabhu Samhita means orders, like Satyam Vada. Mitra Samhita is friendly advice, and Kanta Samhita is persuasive, and Puranas are called Kanta Samhita. So this whole thing has been summarized into a diagram in page 33, big diagram of IKS and CSR. Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha are the Purushadhas on which guidance is given in these three modes. Kavyas enchant through rasa, navarasas, and they convey the message of Vedas and like Ramayana is Adi Kavya. It conveys the message of Dharma in the character of Rama. And Mahabharata conveys the message of Dharma in the character of Yudhishthira. So each method meets the learner where they are. Everybody is in a different condition. So each method is there for each person. So they can learn from where they are and acquire the total knowledge. So in our Sanatana Dharma course, we have covered more deep than this. Today we have just today and yesterday and last week we have just over touched each topic, not gone deep. In Sanatana Dharma course, we are going very deep. So the multidisciplinarity of IKS and CKS. The ethos of multidisciplinarity is exemplified in modern research bridging darshanas like Sankhya with cognitive neuroscience to study consciousness studies, integrating Vriksha Ayurveda with genomics to enhance crop resilience, combining Nyaya with computational modeling or applying Rasashastra principles in material science, means chemistry principles. These examples demonstrate the viability of interdisciplinary research. So this framework of interdisciplinary research is proposed for Vedic philosophical and cognitive sciences, historical and civilizational sciences, contemporary social and cultural sciences, mathematical, physical and astronomical sciences, speech and linguistics, political, economic and strategic sciences, medical and health science, culinary, nutritional and pharmacological sciences, agricultural science, veterinary and animal husbandry, performing arts, mechanical and digital design and engineering, civil and architectural sciences, with Vastu, fine arts and sculpture, chemical, metallurgical and material sciences, fashion and interior design, edutainment sciences. That means education through entertainment. So we have completed the whole chapter. There are a number of references provided in the books which are given here. You can read as many as them you can afford to. They are wonderful books. Dharma Paul's book, we have Kapil Kapoor, Mazumdar, R.C. Mazumdar, History of India, Raghavan, Multidisciplinary Case in PhD, which is what we covered. Mohan Raghavan is a professor, associate professor in IIT Hyderabad. Though he's from biomedical engineering, he is the adjunct faculty of Department of Artificial Intelligence, IIT Hyderabad. He's the founding head of the Department of Heritage Science and Technology at IIT Hyderabad. I've been interacting with some of these people. There is a group called IKSA Sadas. They have an office in Delhi. So please read all these books. I've completed this chapter. Next week, we will be going into Jyotisha, which is going to be covered by a professional astrologer, Srimati PBT Sundari, who was a top official in the postal department, retired long back. So I have discussed with her in detail on what to cover and how to cover. She will cover it in number of sessions. So you will be entering into the world of Jyotisha. So in this chapter, we have only covered the overview, origin, evolution, and maturity which the Indian knowledge systems reached, and how we can connect with contemporary knowledge systems and how we can derive benefits to derive, decipher, and reproduce processes, methodologies, technology from ancient Vedic and post-Vedic Sanskrit literature for the benefit of modern society. So I've completed this, and let us open for discussion in general, covering all the contents of this time and last time also. Yeah, please go ahead and ask any questions you want.
Sir, actually, the situation is of peculiar narratives. Among the so-called modern scientists, they have a peculiar notion that India and all these things are unproven and they are not with scientific temper and so on and so forth. But I give an example. Sir, do you listen to me? Sir, okay? Okay. For example, say whenever it is told about Rahu and Ketu, This Rahu and Ketu, okay, these are all called superstition. Only thing is that these three objects have to be in straight line, and then they will keep in a diagram. Then they will draw circles and do it. But actually, sir, that cannot be done. This eclipse cannot be described on a plane of piece of paper, because these things is multiplanar. These two different planes, Earth's orbit and Moon's orbital plane, and there comes the role of Rahu Ketu, which are nothing but the nodes. Whenever there are two intersecting planes, there will be a intersecting line, and when from the Earth the line is seen in two directions, there will be 2 points. Those are called Rahu and Ketu. There is Rahu and Ketu because of the wobbling, the three body
No,
problem.
that I know what you mean. I'll respond.
So
See
they do not go into deep, and they will say that, oh, Rahu Ketu. Okay, this is superstition.
okay. Now I understand. Yes, so the main reason for that is they are not able to understand in depth.
Yeah.
Or
No,
actually, they are
don't
shadows. Rahu and Ketu are shadows. Chaya grahas.
Chagramanaki, they are actually basically there are the nodes. That is the geometrical
Yeah. So the point is they are not physical.
They are not physical. They are just
So that they are not understanding. See, the scientific interpretation of each subject, not only Jyotish Shastra, but also Vaiseshika or Yoga or any Shastra, is what is missing. That's why we have started this course. This trust of Government of India, IKS and CKS, interdisciplinary research. Now they have even started the Vedic scholars sent to IITs with scholarship of 70,000. And they are going to interact with the professors and do research. So that interdisciplinary interaction and research is what is missing ever since independence, or even before independence also.
Yeah.
So that's now is being started in this IKS initiative.
This I also would have this misconception, but my St. James College, my mathematics teacher, professor, he did, in the astronomy class, he immediately told that Rahu and Ketu, these are the nodes, the intersection nodes, and therefore everything got clear. So
say if they are not there, then how the eclipses were predicted?
Yeah. So whenever one should note that this Rahu and Ketu, when the sun should be on the Rahu or Ketu, and the something in the this demon is devouring. So that demon devouring is actually, it is a coincidence, means that the object will be on that particular geometrical point. Then there will be in the three lines. This whenever say sun is on Rahu and moon is on Ketu, so there will be lunar eclipse, and they are on the same thing, Rahu and Ketu, same thing. Then there will be solar eclipse. They are on the same node. So that is the idea. That is called so-called dual eclipse.
So the Shastra and science interpretation has been missing.
Yeah,
So a lot of common people, stupid, common uneducated people will think all kinds of stories.
So actually, these are all rigorous scientific basis is there for every most of knowledge of the IKS.
Yes, even the simple customs like wash your feet when you come out from outside before food, or take bath early morning. These are all health principles. So the Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma is a scientific culture.
Scientific culture.
So, but it's not understood because it cannot be understood by ordinary people.
Right.
So ordinary people just to follow it as a routine protocol.
Exactly, sir.
So that is how the knowledge was kept secret to a large extent. And now we are trying to integrate both. Yeah, that question which somebody has put a post. The whole idea of this course is, and that book which you are reading, is that how to integrate IKS with CKS. So by first understanding what is there in Shastra, assuming you know already what is there in the science, then how they both can be connected. So that research is being encouraged by the government, and papers can be written, books can be written. Like I wrote the books of physics of Vaiseshika. I'll cover that in my next lecture. where I showed the laws of physics, Newton's laws, Boyle's law, Pascal's law, one by one in VSS sutras. Similarly, somebody can show something else in mathematics. Like another important fact is that before the modern Western science originated, it is only the Shastras which have prevailed. And these same Shastras were able to predict eclipses or were able to give medicines. So they worked. So after the Western science, IKS, we forgot them and we are now trying to reconnect. Okay. Anybody else? Anything else?
Sir, I have a question. I want to know if Government of India has any roadmap of leveraging this treasure trove of IKS
Yes,
into
that's what
policy.
they have put the subjects in school level CBSE. They have also opened in engineering and they also opened in MSc and PhD. Every thesis has to show the connection with IKS. They are doing a lot to encourage and funding also. PhD, 108 PhDs are being funded in IKS related research in different.
Sir, that's as far as teaching is concerned. I wanted to know if they have drawn up any plans to leverage this in governance and policy framework, etc.
Not yet. It will come slowly after research.
Okay,
First, teaching and research are first.
thanks.
Only after
Another
teaching and
one.
research we get understanding, adequate understanding to implement in policy. Yeah, next.
Krishnaveni madam. Madam, please
Namaste, sir.
ask me. Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Namaste, sir.
Yes, namaste.
I'm Dr. Krishnavini Devulapalli, working as a scientist in a medical college, Usmania Medical College.
Okay, very good.
I am especially specialized in genetics and genetic disorders.
Hmm.
So, after listening to your lectures today and yesterday, I understood that there is a lot of to do, take up under the discipline of genomics and genetics. So, how
Yes.
exactly can integrate this IKS for taking up any ancient knowledge as a background mechanism for developing modern genetics?
Yeah, excellent question. That is the objective of the IKS research. You should focus on that. And for example, I'll tell you the Ayurveda contains the three doshas. You heard of it? Vata, Pitta, Kapha.
Yes, sir.
That is molecular biology based. In allopathy, we don't have. So you can do research. There is one N.T. Raju who has done research in it. And there is one Tripathi in Madhya Pradesh. N.T. Raju is in Hyderabad. I can connect you with him. And the origin of genetic diseases coming out of the parents and without parents' intervention also. Like in our Hindu culture, we believe in the reincarnation. So there is a statement in Ayurveda that Pura Janma Kritam Papam Vyadhi Rupena Pidayat. That Shanti
Exactly.
Vastu. So how that is still an open question. There is no reincarnation in science as of now. So except of course in psychiatry, they have the past life regression therapy. You heard of it?
Yes, yes, I heard.
So there it is there. They accept previous life. But in genetics, it is not understood. Some of the genetic disorders which are not coming from parents, why they are coming, and are even non-genetic disorders, why they come. In fact, in Ashtanga Hridayam, one Ayurvedic text, they have given the details of birth charts of each disease, diabetes, asthma, like that. So you can connect with Ayurvedic people. There is one Surendra Sharma here. I can connect you with him also. And
Please.
try to probe into all this on your own.
Mm. Mm. So that is the ultimate idea and purpose, sir, for joining in this course. So you are much more eminent into this Indian knowledge systems, but where it is completely lacking in the modern genetics. So this is a very good initiative. I appreciate. So where you can connect with the modern geneticists like us, and we can take up the Indian knowledge systems as a background, and further we have to prove that whatever the genetic technologies, techniques that are existing now are nothing but a rediscovery of already.
Not
That is what.
necessarily, not necessarily rediscover. I won't buy that. There could be something new which was not known previously. We are not saying that everything was there. If you say that, it will amount to parochialism.
Mm.
So we will not say that. We will say some of the things are related, some of the things are not known even today. You see, like the complete diagnosis of the person only from pulse or only from DNA or only from eyes, iris is now coming up slowly. See, I saw one place in naturopathy. There is one Sanjeevani Naturopathy Institute in Moinabad area.
Mm.
So there they are studying the iris. And from the iris, they are able to predict what all disease you're going to get in this life. And they are also seeing from pulse. When I showed my pulse, Dr. Madhu Babu, who is the head of it, he's a gold medalist, twice gold medalist in naturopathy and all that. He saw my pulse for 5 minutes and then said, there's nothing wrong with you. So, pulse diagnosis, tongue diagnosis, iris diagnosis, these are some of the new things that can be worked upon. What I suggest is you write one small note and put it across. We will take it up as a research project. We'll connect you to all the related people. And of course, we have Kavita Agarwal coming to give the lectures on Ayurveda, who is the principal of an Ayurvedic college in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, in Mathura. In the Ayurveda
Thank you,
section.
sir. Thank
You've sent a
Correct.
note to me, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, next.
Sir, from the pulse diagnosis you told, I remember that that time she was a student and she was very interested in these Indian perspectives because she was cured by one doctor who actually detected her by showing the pulse. So she was from physics, and she then what did he do? She do? She did a kind of Fourier analysis of the pulse that signal is coming. From the Fourier analysis, she analyzed that into different waveforms, and those waveforms she related with the could relate to some diseases. So that the expert pulse feelers, that doctor, he will actually will exactly sense that different waveforms intuitively from that. So
Yeah.
from that pulse, they will understand the
Yeah.
value. Thank you.
You send me more details if you have on that contacts so that we can integrate with this research. Okay, next. If nothing is there, let us close early today. I have to
Okay,
go to
sir,
the
we can
marriage
submit.
of
Is there
Bhushan
anybody?
Purohit's son.
Okay, sir. Is there anybody to asking the questions about the session?
You can, each one of you can send a note. What is that point which came when the post read it? How to?
Okay, okay.
How to give what?
And one question is there in the chat box, sir.
Hmm.
How to give this rich knowledge to students
Yeah,
from Ram?
we are covering the courses in CBSE and engineering and all that. So through that, it's possible. So I propose that each one of you can think about research problems. Like just now, this lady of genetics. So you can say, propose your own research project. We'll support it and we'll materialize it. There's one more post just now. Read it.
Um, um, Prabhuji, I just wanted to know that in the first session which we had, Swamini ji had come and she was talking about some IKS books which the schools can actually follow and the schools do not know, and she would share them. I wanted to know about that as well. I have another thought behind what all you are speaking and going through. That why don't all these research scholars who are doing can give their bit of research which is done um, into all this thought process which they have done, their research into the books for especially with the syllabus of the schools, and they can be inculcated in the schools as well.
Yeah, absolutely correct. But then a lot of work is required to write school textbooks or rewrite them or add them or modify them with IKS content. Some people have tried, but not much has happened. Like NCRT had a project of writing school books with IKS content. They contacted me also once. They asked me to come to Delhi. I didn't go for various reasons. So it is on agenda, but a lot yet to be done. Because every
Okay.
subject, in every
Mhm.
subject, chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology, zoology, you have the IKS content to be added. Like if you take
Actually, we are trying
botany.
to do it. We are trying to do it in Mumbai here. We are this homeschooling community led parents group children with back of the professor of IIT Ganesh Ramakrishnan ji, who is the head of
Yeah, I know
AI
him
there.
very well. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So we are trying to do that here, but we needed more information and guidance as well.
Yeah.
So
Physics I can provide. My book is there. The physics of Vaisishka. And mathematics, Gautam Mukherjee can provide. We are going to cover mathematics after 8 weeks.
okay.
And so you work on it. We'll collaborate with you on that. It's a very good initiative you have taken up. I'm from IIT Bombay myself.
Acha. So should I leave a message in the chat box, or whom should
Yeah,
I
you
leave
can
the
write a
message?
note. You can write a note, proposal note.
Okay,
Then we'll take it forward.
okay, okay, okay. Namaste.
Sir, I wrote in the chat box, so there can be an initiative like introducing multiple procedures, arithmetical procedures in schools in line of the Vedic mathematics.
Yes.
So if they learn from the very beginning, then there will be more control over
Yeah,
the numbers.
in London schools, it is being taught.
Yeah.
And many schools in India also they are teaching as fast mathematics.
Thank you.
Next, anybody else? Anything?
Ram
Yes,
Joshi
sir.
is there.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm working in Vedic mathematics and astronomy field for last, say, 25, 30 years.
Oh,
And
great.
I'm delivering these stories that they are from our ancient India regarding astronomy, specifically nakshatras and all these things. But what I find is they are not received properly because the teachers are not ready to accept them as of today. So it becomes difficult to communicate with students those stories and relate those stories or some daily practices to the sky. In simple ways, I can say just iti, that is Chaitra Shuddha Pratipada. You can directly tell the sky on that day. That is the beauty
Okay.
of that thing. But we are not able to imbibe in students these things because they are not knowing nakshatra names, rashi
No.
names, and all these things.
Have you written any documents of all this? We can, if you have all that, then we can think of introducing to students. First, we should have the material ready, textbook or textbook quality on which school level, which class, and which course. If you have it ready, then there are agencies like NCRT. Now the BJP government is hell bent upon doing all this in a big way. NCRT books are being revised, and if we can make a series of books on each of these topics, like you on astronomy, the other lady on something else, somebody else something. If we have those series of books, then we can hit the target by introducing them. Please work on it and prepare. It's very interesting. Or you can even prepare a software, Chaitra Suddha Pratipada, given the date, what will be the sky?
Actually, those types of softwares and apps are there, but they are not in use by the Indians itself. They are depending on the stellarium and all these things where we do not get the Indian names. Actually, our nakshatras are right from the Rigveda period.
No, Indian names or Greek names, they are all interchangeable. Greeks and Indians had close interactions.
Sir, for example, Spika is Chitra. Chitra and Spika is Chitra is the Indian name and Spika is the.
Yeah, but it is Spika is accepted by IAU, that is International Astronomical
No, that's
Union.
fine. I understand that, but in bracket, at least we can put our name.
Some
See,
apps
all
they are
the
giving.
plant names.
As of today, no school is teaching those names and their connection to the sky directly. Actually,
No. See, as of today, the old status of the textbooks continues. But if we prepare something of textbook quality, worthy, and very well focused and well defined, then we can push it forward. Let us all work on that.
Yes, thank you, sir.
సార్ నా దగ్గర ఈ పుస్తకం ఉంది.
Yeah.
సార్ నా దగ్గర ఈ పుస్తకం ఉంది, యోగా అండ్ తంత్ర.
Yeah.
ఇది మా వారు తాతగారు రాశారు. ఆయన సివి రామన్ దగ్గర పిహెచ్డి చేశారు.
Okay.
ఇది మనకంటే ఏదైనా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ అవుతుందా? ఓన్లీ
Yeah, definitely.
మా దగ్గర.
Yeah, definitely. You can scan it and send the scanned image in the group. We will see.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Shall we close? Okay, I'm quitting now. I have to go to a marriage. Bye.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, namaskaram. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
For your wonderful session.
Sir, namaste. ధన్యవాదాలండి.
Joshi sir raised your hand.
Ma'am, Joshi sir asked a question. That's basically, I think what he said is right. There's no Indian names are visible in the Stellarium kind of apps. Maybe we could try to possibly create a mapping kind of a thing, and then when they select that layer, just like Google Maps has different layers, right, ma'am? Like that they select the layer, Indian names also could be visible. Let me see, ma'am, if I can speak to Joshi sir separately also.
Okay. And then someone Sitaram sir asked Joshi sir number.
How to exchange our phone numbers? That is the thing. Actually, how I want to know Sri Ram Joshi's phone number. It will be available in the group, maybe.
All numbers are there, sir. Group.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Yes, you can communicate with me directly. The number is there. It is on WhatsApp also.
Okay.
You can talk.
You go through group information, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir Venkat Narayan sir, Babu sir, till to 8 o'clock we should engage the class, or shall we close it?
We'll go for Prarthana.
Okay, sir.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। स्वस्ति।
सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। स्वस्ति मैडम। धन्यवादाः मैडम। And then Venkatnarayan Mahodaya, I am requesting you to recite Vande Mataram. Sorry, Janaganamana.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद।
Dhanyawad Mahodaya. And then we will stop recording and then discuss.